Hey everyone, I'm David, lead product tester at The Sleep Doctor. I get to lay on beds all day. That's my job. And we're going to talk about hybrid beds today. Now, hybrid mattresses are some of the best options on the market. They're very popular, and there are many positives about them, but they're also complicated. There's a lot to know. Now, Dr. Breus and I talk a lot about different types of mattresses, who they're best for, and hybrids come up a lot.
It's really kind of impressive, but people ask me more questions about what bed they should buy than snoring, sleep apnea, things of that nature. So we're in the right topic, talking about the right thing for you right now.
Now, hybrid beds combine the comfort of an all foam or latex with the support from these coil cores. They tend to have a balanced performance, work for many different types of sleepers, and many models tick the boxes that matter most to your average sleeper, with things like motion isolation, moving around on the bed, edge support, can you get up and out easily, and temperature regulation.
Yeah, it turns out temperature regulation is a big one for couples, right? One person likes it warm, one person likes it a little bit cooler, and that motion isolation turns out to be a big deal. If somebody gets up to use the restroom in the middle of the night, you don't want it to be disruptive to your bed partner. So those three things are big ones, and hybrids do a nice job of attacking that.
But because there are so many models available, and because the construction is a little more complex, choosing the right hybrid can be intimidating. So today, we're gonna break it down.
And we're gonna make it super simple to find out if a hybrid mattress is right for you.
So let's talk about how a hybrid mattress is actually constructed. On the top, you're gonna have a comfort layer. This is usually 3 to 4 inches of memory foam or latex, something that's gonna provide comfort more so than structure. Oftentimes, manufacturers will add something like a cool-inducing gel or copper to try and help keep you cool while you sleep.
Well, and one of the things to think about is the material that gets used in this top layer, specifically memory foam. So memory foam feels really good and helps with pressure relief, but in often cases, if you've got memory foam on the top, it can get a little warm. If temperature is kind of your thing, you may actually prefer memory foam in the transition layer, not necessarily in the comfort layer.
But if it's in transition, you don't get that great handprint effect.
I know, but if the memory foam turns out to be in the transition layer, it actually helps give a little bit of support inside of that comfort envelope, and that actually gives people a much better overall night's sleep.
And let's talk about that transition layer. So it could be memory foam, or in this case, it's transition foam, which is gonna be a little thinner, it won't have as much give, but it provides that layer between the coils.
Which are kind of the star of the show, right? I mean, that's really where we see a lot of the support. And there's a lot of information now about individually wrapped coils, right? So when we look at something like individually wrapped coils, the reason that that becomes so important for people, aside from the fact that it does seem to take up quite a bit of the bed in there, is what ends up happening is that we used to have springs that would be attached to one another. So kind of like when you jump into the pool and you jump on one side of the floaty and the other side goes flying up. We really don't like that when the bed partner goes flying in the morning. So what's nice about this is you can get individualized support and personalized support, which is really important.
Sure, and I mean, that's gonna adapt more to heavier parts of your body, like your hips.
Exactly.
Those coils can sink without affecting
Right.
the rest of your body or your partner. And I mean, again, that's why this is the bulk. They're usually about 7 to 8 inches of coils. That allows a lot of room, a lot of movement. And below those, the last layer you're gonna see is a base layer. It's usually just some thin foam, more structured, kind of similar to the transition layer, and it provides some stability and some structure.
For the overall product, if we just had a bunch of springs sticking out of the bottom, it wouldn't work well on like a slatted bed or things like that. So that's why they oftentimes have the base layer. It doesn't do a lot for the support or the comfort, but it does a lot for the overall structure of the product.
Now, there are many pros to a hybrid mattress. First among them is the support they offer. This stronger core provides more support for your body, which can help with spinal alignment, keep everything even. Also, those coils provide edge support. The edges on a hybrid bed are usually better than, say, a memory foam bed.
For sure.
And a lot of them even have these smaller pocketed coils, which provide extra edge and means you get the most surface area you can out of a mattress. Key if you're sleeping with a partner, with kids, with pets. And also temperature control. The coil core allows airflow through the center of the mattress, which can help them sleep cooler, though airflow might not be the best term, right?
Absolutely. So let's talk just for a second about what's really going on here. The benefit that we see from these coils has to do with heat dissipation. So when you're lying on the product, you want the heat to be able to have some place to go. What's nice here in the coils is there's airspace in the coils. What I like about the hybrid here is, and my patients oftentimes tell me, they have a tendency to sleep cooler in a hybrid product.
There are a lot of things we like about hybrid mattresses, but there are some cons too. First off, pressure relief may not be as good as a memory foam mattress. Now, with a foam-based mattress, you're going to get more contouring, which can be better for pressure relief if that's really important to you. Also, motion isolation, while usually pretty good on a hybrid, is not going to be the same as a memory foam mattress. If you're sleeping with a partner or with pets, or if you toss and turn a lot, you might look for something that offers maximum motion isolation. And lastly, hybrid mattresses, because of these metal springs, can be heavier and sometimes cost more. They're kind of heavy, hard to move, so you're definitely going to want a friend when you're bringing it inside, setting it up, moving it in general.
I will tell you this, I recommend hybrids for almost everyone, and here's why. If you're a back sleeper or a side sleeper, it works. If you're a multi-positional sleeper, it works. But to be fair, there are some people out there who probably are not going to choose this as their number one choice. The population I'm talking about now are people with chronic fatigue, pain syndromes, people who have incredibly sensitive needs for pressure relief in particular. Remember, hybrids might not be the best choice for pressure relief. If pressure relief is really your big thing, then I might go for a more foam-based product for sure.
So, Dr. Breus, what type of sleeper should buy a hybrid mattress?
So it's a great question, and like we said before, there are a lot of different people who do well on hybrid beds. It's actually good for any sleep position, so if you're a back sleeper, side sleeper, that works great. But let's be fair, couples. Couples work well on hybrid because guess what? When one person likes it one way and one person likes it another way, the bed really can adapt. So I really like this as a choice for couples out there, especially couples who have different sleep needs. They might be able to find everything that they need in one hybrid bed. The next one, hot sleepers. I really like hybrids for hot sleepers because again, it gives a place for the heat to go, right? In an all foam product, heat really doesn't get a chance to dissipate. It kind of stays around your body. Whereas here, it can dissipate down into the coil section, make it a little bit cooler for you. The other thing I like is because these beds have a tendency to be a little bit firmer, hybrids can be great for heavier sleepers, but to be fair, only up to about 250 pounds. Once you kind of breach that area, that's when you want to have probably an inner spring only bed because you're going to get a lot more support for your body at that point in time. So if either of the partners is 250 plus pounds, probably going to want to have more of a coil-based bed at the end of it all. Also, my favorite group of people, seniors, because I'm quickly becoming one. And here's the thing to note here is that as we get older, the fat underneath our skin called subcutaneous fat, it actually gets thinner and thinner and thinner. This is why when folks get older and they sit on hard chairs, it hurts for a while. Hybrid mattresses are great because it provides all that great support, but has that super good comfort layer because we kind of don't have it internally anymore. So it makes it a lot nicer for seniors. And then there is one final group of people that we haven't discussed yet that I always like to talk about, and that's people based on their chronotype. So if you don't know what a chronotype is, head on over to thesleepdoctor.com and you can take a quiz and learn what your chronotype is. But if you do know what your chronotype is, hybrids are great for lions. Lions are people who have a tendency to wake up early in the morning, but also are big time exercisers. So this is nice because it gives support to some of those aching muscles and bones as people are getting up early for a run. Also, because it works for so many different positional sleepers, it's good for the people that I call bears. These are people that are kind of in the middle. They make up roughly 50% of the population. So if you know your chronotype, you can also pick your mattress that way. And if you don't, head on over to thesleepdoctor.com and check it out.
Ready to buy a hybrid mattress? There are 3 things to keep in mind. The first, the trial period. It can actually take your body up to 21 days for your circadian rhythm to adapt to a new mattress. So look for a mattress that comes with a trial period of 30 days or longer.
Absolutely.
To make sure you give it a fair chance. Second, hybrid mattresses are heavier. So before you go and order one, it shows up at your door. Make sure you have a friend or a partner to help you move it and set it up. And finally, hybrid beds do come at a cost. So make sure you're getting the best deals possible, which we just so happen to have at thesleepdoctor.com.
We've been testing beds for a long time, and we both really like hybrid beds. So we hope that this has been helpful. If you have any questions, drop a note in the comments. This is Dr. Michael Breus and David Rubin here to wish you sweet dreams.